Hello, everyone. My name is Ekaterina Kardakova. I'm an opera singer, voice, and public speaking coach. In this video, I want to talk to you about toxic communication in business or at work. A couple of weeks ago, I had an interesting situation. I got an email from one organization. They said, "Oh, Frau Kardakova, we really like what you do. We watch your YouTube, we read your posts on LinkedIn. We would like you to do a training for voice and leadership, training in our community. It's a female community, women who work in some technical engineering professions fields, women who are surrounded at work by men and would like to learn how to appear more confident, how to sound confident, etc." So, and then they said, "Oh, but we are a non-profit organization. We cannot pay you the honorar. We don't have a budget. Would you do, or do you agree to do this webinar?" I was thinking, I thought a little and said, "Okay, no, I can do a demo webinar for you, a short webinar. And if you think it's interesting for you, we can do a real training." So I said yes, and then I sent all the information about the webinar, about me, the picture, etc. And then the lady with whom I talk sent me a link. She said, "I created an event with all the information. Can you have a look? Do you agree with everything, etc.?" I opened the link with the description, with the event, my picture, and then I saw this webinar costs 50 euros. I was a little bit surprised because this lady said like, "Oh, we are a non-profit organization. We cannot pay you." And then I see the price, 50 euros per person. So usually like 20, 30 people come to a webinar. Each one pays 50 euros. It's a pretty nice amount of money. So I asked her, "You said you're a commercial organization, but I've seen the price in this link and this event." She answered, yeah, we take some money just to organize. It's just administrative fee." I said, "Yes, but somehow if you are you kind of these organizations without budget, but you take money, there is some misunderstanding maybe between us, because I have a feeling that you just want to earn money on my knowledge, my time, and my webinar, and I'm not agree." So what happened? There is a term in psychology, in behavioral psychology, which is called gaslighting. Maybe you've heard about it. It's when one person says to another person, "Oh, you didn't understand well, even that we are non-commercial organization, but we take money just administrative fees. You understood it wrong." This, kind of changing the facts. It's called gaslighting. So kind of you misunderstood it. We can take money, but we are a non-commercial organization. What to do in this gaslighting situation? What I also did, I said, here's the email you sent to me where you said that you're a non-commercial organization. You cannot pay my honorar, the fees. You can pay my training. However, you take the money and you say it for, administrative fees and for organization. However, I think that if you take the money for your work, I also have the right to take money for my work. So I set her the price for my webinar, and obviously she was not prepared that I say, "Well, if you take the money, I think you can pay my webinar." She answered, "Oh, okay, Frau Kardakova, we will think about it." So they were thinking a couple of days, and she wrote me another email saying like, "Okay, they will pay my webinar." However, this can be a pretty common situation, especially when you're a female expert. I think that men don't get so many free offers as women. That's why this is also a very piquant situation. However, what to do in this gaslighting situation? And what I did, as I said, it's very important that you come back to written rules. So the gaslighter kind of is trying to say that you misunderstood, you were wrong, and I'm right. This is also gaslighting is also not only a toxic communication, but it's also an act of humiliation, showing that I am kind of giving you the opportunities and I'm here the boss and you're no one. No, you can agree with that. I did not. And what is the right reaction on this? We had negotiations on what and how. So I sent her an email where she wrote that they are a non-commercial organization. They cannot pay me the honorar, like they don't have any budget. And then I said, okay, when you turn off the game or turn around the game and you take the money, I have the right to say that you should pay my time. And we create new rules. So important when someone gaslighting you. There are some, if you're working as a freelancer or you work for yourself, you might also meet some clients who always constantly change the rules. This is not good enough. That is not good enough. They don't want to pay for your extra time by saying that it's not good enough. This is gaslighting. So important, especially for working communication or in working communication, for working, how to call them? Let's call them rules. You write down, this is my work and this is the money, the time I'm spending for this money. If a person who changes these rules by saying this is not good enough or whatever, you can say, okay, let's create new agreement because I did my work. Now you have to pay for my work. You cannot change the rules while the process of working. You did a particular task, I gave you the result. You have to pay for this. If the person denies to pay, you can say, okay, but this is the rule. So basically my point of view is everything should be written. This is your task and this is the payment. So many hours, so many tasks, how and the amount of payment. If the person says like, oh, you misunderstood, being a gaslighter, you always can come back to your agreement and say, nope, he's written, I did this, and I have the right to get paid. As I said before, many people don't know what to do in this gaslighting situation. If a client all the time changes the rules, doesn't want to pay you, you have to be very strict by showing very clear your boundaries. Here, I did my work, you should pay. And to communicate it clear without emotions, without this extra humiliating things. Yeah, you just know this is gaslighting and this is written. You have the right, the human right, the justice right, any kind of rights. You did your work, you have to be paid. So protect your communication by knowing the rules and knowing how to react on gaslighting, and also the reasons, the only reason why people gaslight another people, just to humiliate them, to make them small, to feel more important for themselves. Just don't allow them. Be clear about your conditions and be clear about your values. So if you have questions, write them in the comments. Thank you very much for your likes. All of your likes and comments promote these videos, and I will be grateful if you can help me with that. Share this video and share to everyone who is, communicating with gaslighters, and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.